All right, GM, everyone. Welcome to another Near Town Hall. This is the first Near Town Hall that's been entirely curated by the NEARWEEK team, so shout out to them. We have a pretty packed agenda today. I'm sure we can get through it all in time. I just want to say I appreciate all of you being here. A lot of activity's been picking up in the Near ecosystem, so super excited. I'm Marcus from the Near Foundation. And today we'll hear from some great folks at today's town hall. So the agenda for today will be, we recently got back from Token 2049. Near had a pretty good presence there. Um, so we'll get a recap of everything that went on and all of the exciting things that happened. Metapool just went live with multi-chain governance, so we'll get a deep dive from them into the platform, how it works, what to expect, and all the exciting things they're working on. We'll hear from Edge AGI. What is Edge AGI? Well, you'll find out today. They're cooking up some really awesome stuff, and they'll dive into all of that. We'll also hear from NEARWEEK about all of the things that have been going on in the Near ecosystem over the last several weeks. And then, for those of you that may have seen, DevHub just announced an exciting bounty booster as well. So we'll hear from DevHub about that. So I will hand things over to Ida to dive into Near at Token 2049.
Thanks, Marcus. Hey, everybody. I'm Ida from Near Balkans Hub. And yes, it's been quite an experience this year at Token 2049 Dubai. One of the main reasons for that, except Token 2049 was enormously huge conference, was the fact that we all went there during probably the most apocalyptic storm uh, in Dubai ever. So that was quite a spice on the whole experience. However, the Near team was quite strong, both the foundation and the ecosystem team. So I'm gonna run you through everything that we experienced and achieved there. Marcus, if you can go to the next slide. So Near had quite a strong presence this year, which was, I think, a great thing because MENA region is literally booming now. There is so many things happening there. All of the major protocols, all of the major projects were present there, and Near had a huge booth. And we were also part of the multiple side events. So I would say that Near was quite well recognized there, and um, there was a lot of interest all around. Shortly, the conference itself, it was around 10K attendees and 4K companies, so a really, really major one. Not only from the region, but globally. The booth, this time, we tested out something different. So the booth was actually run by the ecosystem projects. And I want to give a shout out to all of the projects that were there, all of the colleagues, including the Aurora team, Sweat Economy team. Calimero was part of the preparation. Unfortunately, because of the storm, Calimero team couldn't reach Dubai. So shout out to Calimero. Next time we'll do it better. Our Near Balkans team was there and Minbase. So essentially we were running the booth. The booth was full the whole time. So the people are quite interested. They were quite interested in chain abstraction. They were quite interested in the AI. They were quite interested in the intersection of both things. And I think in that matter, Near was really one of the main topics at the conference at the event. We had three speaker sessions on the main event agenda. We at the official side events. And there were 4 interviews with major media, Bloomberg, Crypto News, Coin Bureau, and Crypto Podcast. But there were also around 10 interviews with the media that came to the booth. So I would say the attention that Near had there was quite big. And I would say with a huge, like with full focus and service. We can go to the next slide. In regards to our booth, as you can see, it looks pretty dope. On the lower picture, you can see the whole team that was holding the booth. As I said, the booth was full, so we actually had over 200 qualified leads. The team was working pretty hard around the clock. I think if we had double the amount of the people at the booth, it would still be full and packed, and we will still have a lot to do. We had 12 ecosystem members. We did 22 shifts across 2 days, so it was quite intense. And as I already mentioned, huge thanks to all the ecosystem projects that were holding the booth and that were speaking to the people and that were making sure that NEAR is represented in the right way. We can go to the next slide. And as I already mentioned, there were a couple of side events next to the main event. As you can see, a lot of them were in regards to AI topic, where we had actually Ilya speaking. And then we had a couple of events where Chris was also speaking. Sweat was represented. Oleg was speaking. Altan was speaking on the hot take series. So I can really say the event itself was huge. The side events were scattered, but NEAR was everywhere represented. And I think overall it was very successful appearance within the MENA region. NEAR did a huge step over there, and we are looking forward to making even more impact within that region and wider. So Marcus, I would say that's it. We all returned safely from the floods of Dubai. There were a couple of takeaways from there. As we said, significant lead generation opportunity. We are working hard to manage these spot leads right now. A lot of on-site media interviews and coverage, and active involvement in the multiple side events, which really ensure that NEAR has a proper representation all around. What we see as the areas for improvement, definitely it's always good to have somebody from the central foundation team, so we can make sure that some leads can be like processed right away. We were lacking, we had merch, but not the NEAR branded merch, and everybody were inquiring about the NEAR branded merch. So we want to make sure that people can really carry us with them when they go home. And while the booth setup was effective, there's some room of improvements. We already discussed it within the team. It's mostly on the interactive parts of how we can use technology, for example, AI, to actually show on the booths itself everything that we are doing as a use case already. But all in all, I would say great conference, great success, and we are looking forward to the next tokens and the other NEAR presentations all around the world. Thanks, Marcus.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great presentation. Unfortunately, wasn't there, so I missed the massive liquidity event at Dubai, but a big one is definitely the swag. NEAR swag definitely trumps all at events. So huge takeaway there. Next up, we have Metapo DAO that's going to be presenting what they've recently kind of came out with. I'll go ahead and hand things over to Claudio.
Hello, everybody. I'm Claudio. I'm the co-founder of Metapo. So ready to discuss what we just announced and launched May 1st. So next slide. First of all, we are the first liquid staking solution on NEAR and Aurora. We're now diversified and become a multi-chain, supporting Ethereum and also Solana, and also moving into L2s, Linea, Mode, and Optimism. So really unleashing the power of liquid staking from the NEAR technology stack. Next. So this is something just to stand out there, right? So we're the only liquid staking token supporting all these three protocols, and this is a first, right? And so this is a testament of the hard work that the Metapo DAO community has done, the NEAR ecosystem has done in supporting us as well. So really, really excited to be the first here as well, and more news to come on those fronts. So next slide. So our vision, right? And I think this needs to be addressed. So for us is how do we make proof of stake protocols more capital efficient, more decentralized, increase adoption in what we're calling frontier markets as well, because we believe that that's going to be the source of growth for blockchain technology in the next 10 to 15 years. And of course, the most important part of it is how do you liberate more than 100 billion in assets that are currently staking in nodes and allowing all that capital to flow back into the ecosystem. Really focusing a lot in Southeast Asia, Africa, and LATAM, because we think that a liquid staking token becomes the auto-compounding digital savings account for the digital natives. So really, really keen in having the support from the NEAR ecosystem to launch this throughout this 3 years that we have been building. Next. So what are frontier markets? And I really want to, like I said, these are regions that are at the border of crypto mass adoption, right? I think that for us, that we're coming from a team that is from Mexico, from Argentina, with ambassadors from Southeast Asia, I think that we've catered to a very particular need in these regions, which is how do we create a source of growth for those regions, and that crypto is able to lead, right? And this is not about banking the unbanked. This is basically how do you give access to everyone to financial services, right? Digital financial services that are decentralized, that more so promote sovereign individuals, which is ownership of the value you're creating online. And so how do you make that easy, permissionless? That is something that we're working day by day, and glad to have the support from all the near ecosystem players in doing so. Next. So for those of you that are new to the ecosystem, so what is Metapo? We're a liquid staking solution. We basically allow anybody to deposit their proof of stake tokens. We mint a liquid staking token, which represents that asset be accruing all of the staking rewards in a permissionless and non-custodial manner. So this is very important. We do not control your assets. You're in control of your assets in every given point in time. This is important because not a lot of people understand that non-custodial solutions are the key to unlocking the true potential for decentralized finance in all proof-of-stake tokens. Now, on the decentralization aspect is, once you delegate your proof-of-stake token to us, in this case, NEAR, we delegate it right now to more than 124 validator nodes in the network. If you take into account that there's around 232, I think it's on the validator set. So we are catering to more than half of all the validators on the NEAR protocol network, basically allowing NEAR to become more censorship resistant and more decentralized as well. Next. So this is the big alpha right now. So Q2, Q3, and Q4 roadmap. As I said before, we're exploring L2s, focusing Q2 and Q4 from different EVM compatible L2s. Now, the big announcement that we did yesterday in our big launch for Q2 is the Vote and Earn, which is allowing folks to have direct access to all the protocol fees from the liquid staking protocol. This more so or less is around close to $200,000 per month being accrued. And now all of this value is being sent over back to participants in the governance. So this is a first for many LSTs. We're not holding a treasury. All of the value being created and accrued by the liquid staking protocol is being distributed back to governance token holders, both on the NEAR and on the Ethereum side, which is what we launched on May 1st. Now, coming for Q4, we will be launching a multi-chain liquid staking index token, which is accruing all of the value from all the different protocols that we're supporting for liquid staking tokens. Now, yes, liquid restaking is coming. We're going to be launching that on Q3 on NEAR, Solana, and then Q4 for Ethereum. We believe right now that it's a very important asset that every proof of stake protocol needs to have. And so we're going to be launching that in the next couple of months. So really, really exciting times there. Next. So this is what we launched yesterday. So it's a multi-chain governance. There's a QR code there so you can understand how to get exposure to the NP DAO token on the Ethereum side. So we're allowing folks, and this is very important, governance stays on your protocol. So basically, we're allowing folks with an EVM compatible wallet that have access to the NP DAO token to effectively vote on the NEAR governance. Very important here is that this is going to be like a 3-step process. Right now, we released the token. It is now available on Uniswap, so folks can get exposure to the token. Coming May 15, we will be allowing folks with NP DAO tokens on their EVM compatible wallets to vote directly on the NEAR governance. Right now, making it very simple, you vote for validator nodes, and coming June, we will be having the Metapo DAO grants round number 7 with around $90,000 for folks to participate as a grantee, and for folks that have NP DAO to vote on the different grants. So really, really exciting times. Most importantly, we want to focus for anyone that's building on AI, common goods, and education, either be on EVM or on NEAR. Please go ahead, submit your proposals, and let the community vote for you. Next. And so what's happening right now with the Metapo DAO? So we're accruing right now close to 2.4 million dollars in ST-NEAR tokens per year. 65% of that is going to be sent over to governance participants. That means MP-DAO token holders on NEAR on Ethereum that are voting on the DAO. If you own or if you have an MP-DAO token, that by itself will not accrue protocol fees. Now, 25% of that goes to operations, and this is our first step in truly decentralizing the liquid staking platform. Of course, somebody has to pay for the party, right? And so there's operation costs and, more importantly, audit costs that need to be paid for, and that's what the 25% is for. Then we leave a 10% for growth initiatives for the Metapo DAO. And so now, what about the other liquid staking tokens? That's coming in Q1 2025. All of the Aurora, Ethereum, ICP, Solana, and Q network protocol fees, staking rewards fees are going to go back into the Metapo DAO to be distributed. How is that going to work? We're still working on it, but please send us your feedback and how you see us distributing that protocol fees as well. Right now, the most important part is voting, right? If you have exposure to the MP-DAO token, you successfully migrated from Meta, please go ahead and vote. Right now, all voting positions have been reset. That basically says that we're going to have a clean slate so we can onboard MP-DAO token holders on Ethereum as well. And so all voting positions are started at 0. Go and vote for validators right now. There's around 5 million NEAR tokens that are being delegated through token voting. So go ahead and do it. For those of you that are interested in getting funding from the Metapo DAO, please prepare your proposals. And more importantly, be ready for it, right? On June 1st, we will be allowing folks to submit the proposals. There's going to be more than $90,000 in ST-NEAR tokens being distributed directly to the different grantees. And more so than anything, the QR code is for our tokenomics. Have a read at it. Please ask questions, go to our Discord and Telegram. We do want and are committed for this protocol to be run by the community for the community. And so we need your help in doing this. This is not just a two-man show between Lucio and myself and the Metapo core team. We want the community to be involved, and this is an open invitation for all of you. Next. More so than anything, thank you very much for all the support. It's been 3 years building on top of the NEAR stack. We're going to go multi-chain governance, and we're going to show everybody how true governance and DAOs can operate with the NEAR technology stack. Thank you very much, everybody, and looking forward to your comments.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on, Claudio. Metapool have been heads down building, and they're not messing around. Super exciting things in the pipeline. So next up, we have Edge AGI. I think Cameron is presenting for this. Cameron, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Amazing. Yep, perfect.
Great.
Floor's yours.
Awesome. Just want to shout out to Claudio and the Metapool team. They're focused on ensuring that everyone has digital sovereignty for their money, and especially for frontier markets, and focused on public goods. We're doing something very similar, but around artificial intelligence and making sure that people own their data. So yeah, this is the whole point of why Edge is getting kicked off. Just for context, Edge has been around in kind of stealth-ish for the last about 5 months. And I am not leading it. The person who's leading it, her name is Era, and she's amazing. She's not an early bird. We're based out here in the West Coast. So she is currently getting the beauty sleep that she needs in order to actually operate Edge day to day. But just to give you guys a quick TLDR, Edge is an R&D firm dedicated to ensuring open source AI is successful, well funded, and we are all really dedicated to making sure that AI runs on the edge of compute, i.e., your local devices, to ensure that privacy and is actually in ownership is controlled by the user. So, Marcus, you want to click next? This is just a quick TLDR. Again, we're focused on R&D. We do a lot of events locally in the Bay Area. We are potentially kicking off a accelerator, an incubator, and really focused on open source AI. Partially because all these decentralized AI companies, a lot of their target market are open source AI builders, and so we want to make sure that demand is bootstrapped to make sure that anyone building on NEAR has the direct plug-in to actual business. So you want to click next. Quick overview about the community. It's primarily founders, researchers, developers, We're not much of like a token holder community. This is very much so focused on research and development. And so we've spent the last about 5-6 months organizing a wide variety of events to get the right people in the room. It actually all kicked off, we don't have a slide on this, in September last year, where we ran the open source Edge Intelligence Summit with a lot of the other co-authors of Attention is All You Need, the co-author of Llama 2, really the top leaders in the AI space to talk about, what does user-owned superintelligence look like? And first time I've ever been doing a conference where everyone has agreed that it is about running it locally on your phone. There's a lot of reasons for this. The main one is privacy and data ownership. And so the whole point here is let's ensure that humans maintain their digital sovereignty in a world controlled by superintelligence. I'll click next. Today, we're really just diving into some of the programs that we have run. You can just hit next one more time. And there's Q1 milestones. We technically kicked everything off in Q4 last year. But this quarter, we started everything. January was a big month of preparation. Hit next, Marcus, please. And kicked everything off at ETH Denver for a AI and Web3 developer assembly. We had incredible speakers like the one and only Vitalik, Sandeep, Ilyas, Ram, talking about what does a decentralized AGI really look like. And we had over about 2,000 people register for the event. We cannot fit all those people in a single space, so we were able to let in about 600. And you can check out the Lumen there hopefully you guys went. You can check out YouTube if you didn't go. All the videos are recorded and edited, so check out Edge's YouTube to see those videos. Next, please. Next, we kicked off an online hackathon. This is one of the first decentralized AI hackathons that I think have ever been run. We were able to work with incredible partners across Web3 and AI. You can see some of the big logos there. We had about 410 people register, about 53 project submissions, raised a good amount of sponsorship money, and allocated it to about 9 different teams. Not everyone qualified for bounties. We were very critical about the submissions. You guys know how online hackathons might go. So we were very, very critical about the submissions. So we allocated about $10,000 out of the 28 that was available. Next, we had an amazing meetup with our incredible partners at Blockchain at Berkeley. Ilya actually visited San Francisco, which was amazing. And we were able to get a bunch of students and faculty from UC Berkeley together to talk about decentralized AI and the role of chain abstraction and all of that. The whole point here, at least the way I see it, we're just trying to check the blockchain box with chain abstraction to really focus on what it means for people to own their money, data, and governance across different ecosystems. And, AI agents will not be chain they won't be maxis. They're going to be chain agnostic. And so how do we actually enable superintelligence across every blockchain is through chain abstraction. And so we talked about that at this meetup, and it was a really great time. The students were super stoked. There's a really amazing community bubbling up here in the Bay Area, and NEAR is front and center. So I'm going to hit next. Next thing, we actually ran a much larger conference at UC Berkeley. With Funding the Commons. This is an incredible organization that is dedicated to creating new funding models and accelerating them around primarily cryptocurrency, but this is the first time that they ran one outside of the world of crypto and more just in how do we fund public goods in AI? Because if superintelligence does exist, who gets access to it? Who pays for it? Who pays for the privacy? These are questions that a lot of these large organizations are asking, like Microsoft and others. So guess what? We gathered everyone in an amazing venue at UC Berkeley, where Alex Gedonov gave a pretty amazing talk about user-owned superintelligence, i.e. Real open AI. And that was really great. So primarily, again, the target market here are traditional AI and AI researchers and developers. We're probably running out of time, so if we could just breeze through the rest. Ran an amazing event, GDC, Game Developer Conference. It was a great kind of party. We have actually an amazing space. It's pretty much free for us, so there's not a huge spend, which is amazing. So we can do a lot of these events and get the right people in the room. So just hit next. These are some of the other affiliated events that we ran. Erica from Crypto Planet is amazing, and she ran a open source AI summit at Stanford. Era and I both spoke at the Stanford Governance Blockchain Conference at Stanford. We did a proof day with Libra, which is primarily around ZK and verifiable machine learning. GPT engineering brainstorm with a bunch of Y Combinator teams. We had an amazing event actually just 2 days ago at the space that we're working at called Digital Garage. This is on Market Street in San Francisco. And then we had a movie night about 2 days ago, which is really just to get the right people in the room talking about really interesting things like conscious AI. And so we watched a movie and it was a great time. So moving on, this is coming up. All this stuff is Edge Esmeralda. We will be working with the team. This is the previous Zuzalu team. If you guys are familiar, Zuzalu is a pop-up city that was started by Vitalik to essentially get, again, the right people in the room across longevity, AI, crypto, etc. And we will be running a decentralized AGI summit at their Healdsburg event. I guess it's like a month-long engagement on June 16th. So if you want to learn more about that, check out edgeesmeralda.com. Technically different organizations, but we all are focused about the edge and the edge of innovation. So really excited to work with them. We worked with them on the Turkey event, their Zuzalu event in Turkey, which is a great time. And so we're excited to continue this relationship. Next up, a little bit different, is Potlock. We are running as Edge the a decentralized AI and open source AI public goods round, which means that there's over $68,000 worth of NEAR, about 11,000 NEAR, and a matching pool to go support people across NEAR and across other ecosystems and or just open source AI with match donations. So what does this mean? You get to donate to your favorite projects. If you donate $1, 1 NEAR, small amounts, that money can be matched via the matching pool up to essentially 1,000x. So your 1 NEAR donation could be, 1,000 NEAR of impact, depending on how many people donate to the projects that you donate to. Verified people, I want to flag that. You do need to get verified. You need to make sure you're not a bot. This is a very gameable system if you were not able to verify humanity. So if you want to donate to, open source AI companies, either building on NEAR or off NEAR, check out that link. If you're building public goods in the AI space, you can register. You can hit me up on Telegram at Cameron Dennis or on Twitter. I'm happy to walk you through that process. But we have about 15 really cool projects that are, some of them building on NEAR, some of them are not, already registered. And so the deadlines here are May 31st is when applications close. The matching round donations will be able to be made from June 1st to June 16th. There's going to be a challenge period on June 17th, and then hopefully funding deployed by the end of June. So definitely check that out. If you're an open source AI builder, there's a way to get free money. And the whole point here is we need to create new ways to fund public goods in open source AI, because open source is really hard to monetize. So let's make sure superintelligence is actually owned by the user, and we need to create new funding mechanisms to facilitate that. So almost done. We have the AI Builder Assembly, and this is with Aspecta. This is a really cool initiative that encompasses a physical hacker house in Menlo Park, California. It's about 45 minutes south of San Francisco proper. And there's going to be everything from mentorship, project ideation. We'll be running a bunch of online and offline technical workshops. There's going to be mentorship. This is a super exciting opportunity for people interested in building decentralized AI on NEAR and off NEAR. If you want to get connected to the local Bay Area ecosystem, definitely apply to this. We've been running Twitter Spaces about every week. Shout out to the NEARWEEK team for running one. I think it was about 2 days ago. This is, I think, a really great way to sort of start seeding the open source AI community and decentralized AI community within the NEAR ecosystem in order to really build super intelligence. So hit next slide. This one is not 100% confirmed yet, but we will likely be running a open source campus in San Francisco. What this means is if you are building open source AI, this is an ongoing program. You will be able to have a pretty much discounted or free working space. We have, again, technical mentorship. We essentially will be onboarding teams in a white glove sort of way into the NEAR ecosystem and the open web. So if you are building open source AI, again, hit me up. We will have a lot of amazing resources for you based in San Francisco. And that is pretty much it. There's a lot of products and other things that are being developed that I cannot talk about. So this is what we got. There's a bunch of ecosystem and community work. Definitely now is a great time to get involved if you want to kind of join the NEAR AI journey. Edge is a separate organization. It is a separate entity dedicated to increasing open source AI, not just on Near, but across the entire tech industry. And yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff going on, as you can probably tell. So thank you all for having us, and shout out to NEARWEEK and Marcus for making this happen.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cameron. So much going on. Make sure you get some sleep. But yeah, AI is definitely near. Appreciate you coming on. Next up, we have NEARWEEK that is going to dive into all of the awesome stuff that's been happening in the Near ecosystem. So, Peter, I'll hand it over to you.
Hello, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you perfect.
Perfect. All right. So, as always, very excited to be here. Thank you for the great updates, both from Token 2049, Metapo, and not last but not least, Edge. So exciting to see all these amazing things coming together in the ecosystem. Please hit the next slide. So to kick it off, I'm not sure if you noticed, but Near shown a lot of strength in April and throughout the latest market turmoil, which puts the market cap in the global top 20. And according to a deck reviewed by CoinDesk, Near Foundation is planning to hire AI engineers soon, and its product team is working to plan AI work streams over a 3 to 6 month transition with the overall vision of making AI open source, which Cameron just presented very nicely. So this is just a message to everyone outside the ecosystem that they should note that Near is not just jumping on the AI hype train. Near's been deeply rooted in AI since its inception as Near.ai in 2018. And every part of the Near blockchain has been designed with AI use cases and a decentralized AI future in mind. So whether you take the blue or red pill doesn't make a difference. If you know, you know. The only question that remains is when top 10. Next slide, please. So kind of boring, but still kind of good news. Since the last town hall, nothing changed. Near protocol is still the home to 4 of the most used applications in crypto. It is still the protocol with the most unique active weekly users. It is the protocol with the second most weekly transactions, and the protocol hit the 1 billion total transactions on mainnet in April. And that is with 0 downtime ever and 2 billion transactions incoming sooner than later. I really want to give a huge shout out to the Protocol 1 team. This is quite an achievement. Dynamic resharding is paving the way, and with Nightshade V2 stateless validation incoming, which will enable instant resharding, allowing to prevent congestion of one application affecting other applications in the network, I believe it's fair to say that mass adoption is near. Next slide, please. However, our dedicated Flipside analysts seem to have even greater numbers. So they're putting total monthly transactions at more than 225 million, which is a 32% increase from March. The recent surge can largely be contributed to Here Wallet, Kaiching, Sweat, Meteor Wallet, and Sender, among others. A huge shout out to Flipside Crypto and all the great analysts that are providing these valuable insights every week. Thanks to you, it becomes so much easier to grasp the momentum of the ecosystem. Numbers are increasing on the daily. Keep it up. Next slide, please. Near NFT volume seems to be getting back on track as well, and this is partly very big, partly because of Meta and Here Wallet. So, thanks to some of the most successful NFT collection launches by the Hot DAO on the Hot DAO Wallet Launchpad and the launch of trading platform Meta, NFT volume on Near has picked up massively. And on the 24th of April, Meta ranked 7 in terms of number of sales, with the amount of daily active NFT buyers on Near soaring. And this is 7. This is like top 10 crypto globally. So stay tuned on new NFT collections and make sure to get your JPEG fixed natively in Telegram with Meta and Here Wallet. Let's fucking go. Next slide, please. So even though we've seen this massive amount of activity increasing and transactions increasing, the average transaction on Near during 8 million daily transaction cost was 0.0004 Near, which equates to $0.0025 at today's prices. Compared to other blockchains, Near is designed to not have limited capacity, but instead scale with demand. This means there's generally no expectation that blockchain will be full and fees should stay at the floor price. Of course, there can be hotspots which will require priority fees. I would really want to highlight that it's easy to say you build something which can pull this off, while showing it is taking it to another level. Near just hit different. Next slide, please. And to top off all of those stats, Near has the highest 12-month retention rate amongst L1s, and the number of daily active Near users has hit another all-time high, as the ecosystem has shown significant growth in the last months. This accomplishment highlights Near's success in sustaining user engagement and satisfaction over time, And I think it's fair to say as well that we're only just getting started with chain abstraction. Next slide, please. On the chain abstraction, oh, what is this one? Oh, yeah. Sorry, could we go to the next one? I think I maybe messed it up a bit. This one. So on the topic of chain abstraction, we saw the Near Foundation introduce the Chain Abstraction podcast. And I think we all agree that AI and chain abstraction is the future. So why not connect with some of the brightest minds in crypto and talk about it some more? Exactly that is what the Chain Abstraction podcast is all about. Some great episodes are already live, and I've heard that many more are coming. So stay tuned and make sure to claim the Chain Abstracted NFTs via Shoutouts. They may offer future opportunities. With the introduction of the Chain Abstracted podcast, I also want to give a shout out to Jared from Reddit Layer 1 and Shoutouts, who recently joined the Near Foundation as head of content. That's pretty bullish news, if you ask me. Next slide, please. And we have real chain abstraction, even more of it incoming. So Hot Protocol unveiled its BetaNet, which is a decentralized MPC network built on Near Protocol. The platform enables users to create self-custodial wallets that are compatible with major blockchain networks, including Bitcoin, Base, Ethereum, and Solana. And in addition to its compatibility features, Hot Protocol plans to further enhance its utility by covering multi-chain gas fees in the near future. Here Wallet announced that they will be the first wallet using Hot Protocol, and with more than 6 million people mining Hot, dApps around the crypto world better buckle up. All running on Near Protocol, of course. Next slide, please. We also saw the NDC sunsetting. The Near Digital Collective has concluded its V1 governance framework after funding more than 100 projects, but facing operational challenges. The transition period until June 16th, 2024 allows for final funding requests until May 15th. Future governance frameworks are in development with community feedback very much welcomed. So if you have any feedback, please visit gov.near.org to take part in the ongoing discussions. Next slide, please. With all that is brewing around the Near ecosystem, from AI to abstracted multi-chain dApps, Telegram bots to meme coins, I think it comes as no surprise that some of the big names around crypto, Twitter, are keeping a close eye on the Near ecosystem. Since last town hall, we've seen tweets from the likes of Mike Dudas, Arthur 0x, Patrick Scott from Dynamo DeFi, Odd Gems, Coin Bureau, Altcoin Daily, CoinDesk, just to mention a few. So I think this is also a big, huge shout out to everyone working in the Near ecosystem. Keep the good work up. Keep the shout outs coming. Next slide, please. So we, from NEARWEEK, we launched the weekly alpha space on Wednesdays, which is hosted by Kate Bergman. And this is a dedicated community space for all the exciting stuff happening on Near, where we do everything we can to give you insights on everything Near. So the space has seen pretty good traction so far. And if you're a project and have exciting stuff to share, aka Cameron, once you have something you want to disclose in public, don't hesitate to reach out so we can get you featured and spill the beans to the whole community. Last slide, please. So to sum it up, as I always say, and remind you guys of, please remember that Near Protocol is at the forefront of making blockchain technology accessible and intuitive, with a very clear vision and concrete steps towards achieving a seamless blockchain experience for all. Near is demonstrating that it's actually beyond the rest of Web3. I think it's fair to say that, demonstrated by both its capabilities and the types of things building on it. And most critically, projects are doing things on Near that they're not able to do on other chains. So better buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Top 10, here we come. Dear friends, let's keep on showing the world what the Near ecosystem is made of. Keep up the good work, everyone. I'm extremely impressed by the Near community, by all of you. Make sure to help each other out and play safe. And remember that none of what I just presented and said should be construed as financial advice. As always, do your own research and follow NEARWEEK if you want to stay on top on everything that moves Near Protocol. Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend. Thank you, Marcus.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter. Some amazing things happening in the Near ecosystem, and it just keeps picking up. More to come. Lastly, we have Boris that's going to present and briefly provide an overview of the recently announced bounty boosters from DevHub. Boris, if you're here, I'll hand it over to you.
Yes, hello, everyone. How are you? Yes, let's talk a little about the bounty boosters. There you go. The next slide. So basically, this is a program we created to try to give the chance to the Near developers to get some extra cash. The idea is to qualify to the bounty boosters, is that they join any hackathon that we are not already sponsoring, and we just, if they if they can claim any of the bounties in that hackathon, you know, side bounties, sponsor bounties, general bounties, and win, we will match whatever they want. For example, if they go and win $2,000 on the general hackathon, and they use any of the near stack, chain abstraction, React on chain, etc., we will give them another $2,000. $2,000. And then can you go to the next slides, please? To participate, usually we have a form that they need to fill, so we can verify that they participated, they won, etc. Then they need to tweet about it, and then we run an article. Then they can read the terms and conditions. So if you are aware on hackathons, you can please distribute this information. So we're trying to get hackers. We are constantly now advertising this on Twitter, on Telegram, etc. So what we're trying to achieve this is that more developers use Near for we would like to see, and we are advertising or promoting for Web2 hackathons too. So we want to see how hackers can, you know, leverage Near for all kind of hackathon, not only the ones we've been sponsoring that is mostly focused on Web3. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on, Boris. It's super lucrative for anybody participating in any hackathon, even non-near hackathons, to gain some extra cash. Really appreciate all of you tuning in today. Really appreciate all of you that presented. Like I said, a lot of exciting things happening in the Near ecosystem. And until next time, take care, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend.